Okay, let's play the First Berserker Khazan. Welcome back if you were watching previous episodes. So we are currently in the Devoured Village mission, which I believe is the 8th main mission, mission number 8. We're at the underground laboratory entrance Blade Nexus, and in the previous episode we were making good progress, and then we came across a couple of absolute chunky boys, and that is why in the top right of the screen you can see that I have 51,247 lacrima that I need to go and try to retrieve, because we had the absolute dung kicked out of us. Oh boy. Okay, so we have basically done all of this area. So you go over here, cross over this destroyed door, and then normally, or the first time you encounter this, there are a bunch of levers or levers, however you pronounce it, where you are, that you need to destroy. Let's get this guy. Watch out for him, because he will give you serious venom damage. There are also some books on these bookshelves that you can interact with. So if you see a green book on the bookshelf, you can interact with it, and it basically moves the bookcase, reveals sort of a hidden area, or in one case I believe it's linked to progression. So before we go down there, let's just double check. Okay, we got a couple of boys here. We've got a Revenant of Adversity with the spear. Yes, let's take him on. Okay, let me just remind myself what skills we have. So, Chance is X and R1, Shadow Strike is X and R2, and then Eagle Wind is X and square. Alright. Okay, so where were we headed? We were headed... Those guys were there. Okay, so we need to go around... here. What's around here? Okay, yeah. So this is progression. Now there is an enemy in that test tank. Gonna tweak these slightly. I'm gonna make Trance X and square, and then Eagle Wind can be X and R1, just because X and square feels very natural. Right, where were we? Okay, so yeah, that test tank, an enemy comes crawling out, smashing out of it. You can destroy that one. You can't destroy these ones that are sort of encased at least I don't think you can. So yeah, this lever would normally be glowing sort of a purple gold color. You activate that, and that will help to deactivate the contraption that Elamain is trapped within. As you can see, not all of these tanks have enemies in them, but some do, like that spider. These pillars are normally, as you can sort of see from this bit here, they're normally shooting out lasers. If you let the laser hit you, you will take a lot of damage. Possibly even die in one hit, I'm not sure. I didn't try it. Oh my. What the? My R1 attack wouldn't work. Oh well. Arcane Seeker's Top. Okay, so it's not part of a set. It's a shame. It looks kind of cool. We're currently rocking the entirety of the Deep Shadow set, including the spear. And then we have Necklace of the Blood Moon and Strategist Ring, which combined give us a 50% received damage decrease of 30% in this case. And what we should do is we should turn on the Pathfinder's Lantern just in case there are any invisible walls. It will inform us thusly about those. Okay, so then we come through here. And then we've already done this part, so we don't need to worry about that. Come down here. There's a bunch of plague-ridden enemies, so deal with those. Ouchie. Make sure you've got Plague Cleanse on you. Because they do pack a hell of a punch. I need to look at trance, because trance doesn't seem to be working properly. Yeah, what the heck? The last time I played, I'm convinced I spec'd into this. It doesn't seem to have saved them. So in which case, let me remind myself of what I did. I think I unlearned that briefly, and I unlearned that briefly. So that ultimately I can go straight into trance without having to use another skill. I kept trying it then and it wasn't working. Alright, before we go up those steps, let's just check around this corner. There's a spider there. Oh, it's one of the self-exploding ones. Okay, yes, so we got another purple and gold lever. Nobody in there. As far as I can remember, I've not discovered the jarling for this mission yet. Could be wrong, it's been a couple of days. Unfortunately, I've been very busy with work and life and etc. Okay, so the lift that we could take earlier would give us the opportunity to come out here. So bear that in mind if you are playing. What we're going to do is going to drop down here. Now over on this side, there are some plague-ridden enemies. Just going to dispatch those. And then there is an absolute chunky boy in that big tank over there. And Let's try to avoid him for now. I have a bad feeling that he's just... Nope. Okay. Okay. Let's take this enemy out. There we go. There's Trance. Right, we've got that bit sorted. Now, we need to get round the back of him to get our Lacrima back. I'm almost tempted. Retrieves the Lacrima lost from Khazan's most recent death. Oh, we could just use that if need be. If we do get it and die. The important thing is to try to grab it. Oh boy. As you can see, he's not particularly pleasant to look at. I'm going to skip him for a second and try to remember where I lost my Lacrima. Okay, so that's an invisible room. Lightning disruption compartment allows the blacksmith to craft lightning cleanse potions. Yeah, I'm fairly sure I got that in the last playthrough as well. Alright, turns out if you get behind them with Trance, you absolutely wallop them. I have to remember where my Lacrima was. It might have been in there. Oh, there it is. Perfect. Okay, we've got 2 ladders we can go up. I presume that's progression. Or is it? There's a lot going on around here. Let's try the ladders initially. Let me know in the comments how you're getting on with Khazan, or if you're playing something else at this point. I've got hiccups. Okay, so like any good Souls-like, we're going to traverse the roof rafters for a moment. Dark Souls absolutely loves making you traverse rafters of roofs. In this case, we're not quite in the rafters, we're just up on high stone beams. But clearly the inspiration is there. Poison enhancer, alright. Does that mean that someone on this level is weak to poison? I wonder. Those purple crackles you see on the screen are part of the game, just to clarify. It's not my screen. It's not my monitor coming to the end of its lifespan. It's that this area that we're in is riddled with chaos energy. Okay, so what we should do is we can't go that way. That's going to be ultimate progression. There is a room, therefore, that we have not ventured into yet. And it is this room. Oh, we've got a big chunky boy there. We've got a big chunky boy there. Oh, this is an elite enemy. Was not expecting that. Please let me out. Good lord. Wasn't really anticipating this. Dodge, 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 dodge. Alright, well. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. God damn. Alright, Lacrima retrieved, take that off. Upgrade stats. Let's get proficiency to 40 and then let's go and work on vitality and endurance. First things first, however. Let's go back to the crevice and let's use the blacksmith to craft some more fire enhancers. Mute the mic while I take a sip of coffee. Okay. Oh, we have to be in the living realm, don't we? Let's see what he's got for sale. Okay, replenish some of our supplies and then go to Kazumaka.
Oh, look at
I'd say what, we're not crafting sets, are we? We are crafting. And we are crafting. So first of all, let's craft some Chaos Cleanse potions. 10 will do. And then let's craft some fire enhancers. Let's craft some poison enhancers as well, since the game seemed to give us a hint by having us go up those two ladders to get a poison enhancer that perhaps using poison will come in handy shortly. Okay, and then we go back to the realm of the dead. Back up here. Over to El Ravnica, underground laboratory entrance. There we go. Right, let's give this another try. Yeah, being able to go from a single swift attack to trance is just a bit silly. We just need to get a couple of skill points ASAP so that we can put them back into these things. We need to be able to generate spirit as fast as possible to keep using trance. Because that is awesome. Probably didn't need to use it then, but oh well. Well, we dealt with him. I really like the music in this level, but it gives me a bad feeling. It's very somber, it's very melancholic. Always beware the spiders for their poison and the zombies for their plague. Right, round we go, round we go, round we go. This is where the spear comes in handy for the range distance on those guys. Right. Timed that counter attack wrong. Right, let's pop a heal just to make sure. Alright. Yeah, so the take that off. And then what I want to do is have fire cleanse there, plague cleanse there, chaos cleanse there. Oh, we didn't check this out earlier. Did that break just by the tip of my spear? I can't tell. Is there anything behind here? No. All right. Okay, so this was the secret wall. And we can drop down to here. Yep, okay. That's the progression area. That's the part with the 2 ladders. There's going to be 2 dragon kin here. Okay. Okay, so we're in slightly better shape for taking on the spider. And by slightly better shape, I mean we absolutely ruined it. Oh, okay. Does that not break? Oh, I'm stuck! Good grief. How long's fire enhancer got left? Nothing. All right, let's light up another one. Okay. Spiders eliminated. We got a chest. Give us the loot. Is it going to ignite? No, it's not going to ignite. Yeah, okay, we got another poison enhancer, and we also got more pieces of the deep shadow set. Oh, the hermit's mask is kind of cool. Let's have a look. Okay, it's a bit creepy actually. Where's my deep shadow helm? There it is. Apparently there's an update to sort by name coming, which will be easier, a lot easier when it comes to looking at like multiple versions of a thing and saying, okay, this hermit's helm is better than, oh, hermit's mask is better than this one, and etc. That will be very useful. Tomorrow is also the update with the boss rush modes by the sounds of it, so we'll be giving that a go once we finally complete the game. Okay, we can now go through this progression area. A couple of dragonkin in here for us to deal with. There's a couple of bosses that I would like to go back and face with trance. We'll have to do that at some point. Okay, so that'll probably open up that gate, so we'll sort that in a second. Thanks for that. There's nothing there. What time are we on? Okay. Acquire a lightning resistance elixir. Okay, so there's nothing there, nothing there. Can cycle around that way. Of course, we have to go up here like that. That's the item that was in that room. Okay, so then the next thing to do is use this. Should open this gate. There is the played Nexus we started the episode at. Presumably we can now interact with this. This will shut down the thing entirely. Uh-oh. This is not good. Yikes. Okay. Tanya's research document. A document mentioning the one dealing with chaos. Chaos is captivating. Its power is beyond comprehension. If I could harness it, perhaps I could follow in his footsteps, but I dare not ask him about the true nature of chaos. For now, I must produce results to satisfy him. Any failure could provoke his wrath, and if that happens, ...
Remember our mission. Find the one experimenting with this evil.
Which reminds me, actually, so we also found a scout's log. The place looks like it's been abandoned for ages, yet the facilities are still up and running. It must have something to do with the strange energy coursing through those scattered pipes. If I can uncover the secrets hidden here, it'll seal my legacy as the greatest explorer of all time. Came across that right at the end of the previous episode, if I recall correctly. Alright. Can we go this way? Yes, there is a chest. Don't forget, they could always ignite, so be ready to leap backwards. Okay, all good. Shredder's wrist guards. Whenever I see Shredder, I think of Master Shredder from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So that's good against undead. Alright. Need to sit and go through a lot of our gear at some point. Okay, we can't go down there. This is presumably the boss fight. Ah, Constantine the Devoted. I think I remember reading about that. So we can activate him, but we're going to keep Kester on because the stamina recovery is just excellent. Probably level these up at some point. Okay. We will leave it there for this episode. We will take on whatever's behind that door in the very next episode. If you enjoyed this episode, please hit like and consider subscribing. Leave a comment if you want to, and I will catch you in the next one. Cheers.